All right, people. So, welcome everybody. And today the topic is just all about taking old adages, paying attention to the old adages that we hear all around us, these proverbs that we hear, these sayings that we hear all around us, and then breaking the mold, and then making sure that as we break the mold, we are able to understand our energy. Our energy is changing, and so we no longer need to pay attention to that old saying. Many of us are conditioned to that. And so, breaking wherever we can see that conditioning, the next time that you think in that way, you will hopefully be able to look at that old proverb in an energy wise way and then to change that to a program that is going to serve you better. What happens if one is single? Then doesn't the doership of taking care of things happen for oneself? One is single, one is always single. One is always single. One is with no one. One is only here for the experiences. And then when you say that you have to take care of yourself, what exactly are we talking about? Yes, of course, you have to make food for yourself if you're single. Or maybe you'll have some help come and doing it. And then you're not taking care of yourself. Somebody else's. Some help will come and do something, and somebody else will come and do something else for you. What exactly are you meaning when you say one has to take care of oneself? I only have to take care of myself because nobody else will. Nobody else will then, because that's your program that you are giving attention to, that you are giving focus to. So again, it's a program that you believe in. It's one of those sayings that you have to, only you have to do, because nobody else will. And it's kind of these programs of struggle that we give so much value to, and they come so much forward in our proverbs as well. Even before we start this, I was guided to open this one page and talk about value. Because when we look at the proverbs, when we look at adages, then there is a lot of places where we give value to something. We'll talk about it in some time. But even before that, I was guided to open this page and read out this guidance to me that came somewhere in 2019 or 2018. So here we are, and this is an old guidance of mine for value. Value. Where all have you created value for yourself? What programs, beliefs have you built around value? It's time to go within and check whether these programs are serving you. Do you value yourself? How? By the degrees that you've collected? Doctor, MD, CEO. Are these the alphabets, the way in which you value yourself? Is it important to you that you are a Mrs. and the world will not value you if you go back to being a Miss? MS, Miss. Do you value struggle? Do you think it is important to struggle to reach somewhere? Do you think there is value in hard work? That no one can do anything without hard work? Do you mock those people who get those things without hard work and struggle? If you have created value for yourself in all these places, you can be rest assured that the universe is honoring your values for you. Are you sure you really don't want to make money work for you with ease and grace rather than you work for money with hard work? Are you sure you want to struggle and make efforts and not make things work out with minimal effort? Are you sure that you don't want to change your programs and make them work for you rather than against you? If you are aware and you understand that it is your energies that are creating your universe exactly as per your thoughts and programs, then you will see this opportunity to look within and to release some of those programs. If you are unaware that it is your energy and you can change it, well, that was a moment ago. Now, having read this is where it was being read. Now, having read this, you are no longer unaware, at least not in this moment. So, what are you waiting for? Dive in, look at all that is not working for you, and take that first step to shift your energy. And so this is the perfect, starting point for us to look at some of those old programs. And many people come to me and say, yeah, we think like that because our parents constantly said this to us. They reminded us of their hardships, and they constantly gave us these proverbs in a daily lecture. Well, you could have been given everything in a daily lecture, but the only thing to understand is, why did you resonate with that frequency? You resonated with that lecture, you resonated with those ideas and those thoughts because that is what you had come to experience. We come here to experience the earth, we come here to experience the duality. And so, through these programs of separation, most of these words of wisdom that we are going to read through now are all about separation, and not about believing in universal intelligence, not about having faith, but having to do everything by yourself. Why are these here? Because that's the experience that you sought. And now, why are these old adages coming to break? Simple. These are the experiences that now you are choosing. This is what you are seeking now. The old experiences are done. We don't need to be sitting in that same class anymore. We are moving to another class to learn something new. Here I am with a whole list of proverbs and sayings. The fun part that I noticed when I was doing the English one is that they have everything. They have so many of these sayings for both sides of the story. So, whatever you feel like, wherever you put your fancy on, you are free to receive that, whatever you feel like. And so, I'm going to read through some of these. And then, as we do the reading, I will, of course, keep my energy bakwas on. So now going into these fun adages, these fun proverbs, and I'm going to keep talking in the middle of it. So the first thing, we just talked about value. And one of the first things that I heard when I was growing up, and maybe you guys heard it too, money doesn't grow on trees. So every time your parents had to, well, my parents had to, give me a harsh word on how I was spending without thinking and all of that. They would tell me, how difficult it is to work, how difficult it is to make money. Money doesn't grow on trees. This program definitely not working for us. It grows everywhere, not just on trees. It will grow in swamps, it will grow, in our house, it will grow behind the doors, it will grow everywhere, if only we release this program that the money doesn't grow on trees. So if you are thinking about how difficult it is to make money, and even on fears about money, that once the money is over, it won't grow on trees, then let this go. It does grow everywhere that you want it to grow. We have so much judgment. We hold so much judgment about receiving money. And so when we let go of our judgment in which ways we have to receive money, I can receive it as a gift. I shouldn't be receiving it as a loan. And yes, there is a saying to that as well. It went to this impact that I would rather die, oh no, I would rather sleep on a hungry stomach than to wake up with debt. So, how much judgment there is to this word debt, not understanding that what is debt? Debt is simply a way that the universe has provided for us today. In the now, somebody has come to us and is giving us a loan. It's a way that the universe has provided to us. And yes, there is a proverb in Hindi which goes to the effect that the somebody who gives, their hand is always on the top. The somebody who receives, their hand is lower. And again, a lot of judgment with respect to giving and receiving. So we don't like to receive, and yet, isn't that funny? Because in every moment of prayer, we are constantly asking, the higher authorities to give. And because we wish to receive, we wish to receive. But when it comes to receiving, we are so not ready. When the Lord sends us somebody with something and calls it a debt, how quick we are to reject that just because it doesn't appeal to us, this word called debt. So the conditioning that we have around debt, we need to release. This programming of money doesn't work for us. When we talk about money and when we talk about everything related to money, we hear this, what was it? Uh, Lend a money, lose your friend. So lend some money, and then that's the last that you will see of your friend. So anytime that you give money to someone, and then you are like, oh my God, I'm going to lose this friend. And here is where I constantly, I'm told to release my money, and I just call it a release because it's a guidance. So I constantly release my money, and when I'm releasing my money, I never give it away as debt. I never give it away. In my mind, I have only understood that, okay, in this role that I'm holding today, in this role that I have today, I simply have to, I have to take this and I have to give this to somebody. There is nothing about, there's no attachment to when are these people going to return it. There is no return in question, because this is when the minute you set returns for something, I have given you something, and now let me know when you are going to return it. The minute you put your attachment to the return of that thing, then you are preparing yourself to be hurt. And that hurt will keep happening, and that hurt will keep taking you into lack. Oh, I wish I had that, but I gave it away to somebody. Remind yourself, you didn't give it away. It was a part of play in that moment, and now you are giving it away. But if you are to return, then what? If you are to return, look inside as you are returning. As that debt was on your head, are you feeling so much of, heaviness in your heart? I have to return this money. I have to return this money. I can't sleep till I return this money. Well, that's your problem, that you can't sleep because you have to return this money, because you have attached yourself to something that you didn't even have when you were born. It wasn't even given to you. Money is a gift to us from the universe. We receive, and whatever we receive, in whatever energy we receive, that energy is what we will keep making more and more of until we come to awareness. And then we can change that energy. At that point in time, no longer every time we have to give somebody, no longer will we lose a friend. If we lose that person, if any person disappears from our life in any which way, then that's the only role that they had. They didn't have a bigger role. They played their role and they are gone. They might come back again, and that's okay. And they might never come back, and that's okay too. Whatever the roles our energy is giving to the people, that will have to play out. So if we give money to somebody and then we are feeling, so heavy that now this money will never come back, then understand that in the energy you gave this role to that person. Go here, take this money, and make them experience this heaviness. That's all. Make them experience this lack. And so they are giving you that experience. There are no free lunches. There are no free lunches. You can't have your cake and eat it too. And I simply can't understand why not. you know the cakes will keep coming and the free lunches will keep coming. And so just simply letting you know that if this comes to you, when you look at somebody and somebody is giving you something, somebody is giving you a gift, and immediately your mind starts to churn this one line: there are no free lunches. What is it that this guy wants from me? Then please understand that you are playing in the frequency of mistrust. As you mistrust, the universe will only send to you more people who will constantly want something from you in favor of a lunch. So when you want free lunches, you just as money grows everywhere, there are free lunches everywhere. The whole universe will come and give you free lunches. All that you have to do is to learn to enjoy them. Again, so much in mistrust when you are receiving something from the universe. Somebody has come, wants to give you a free lunch. No, 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 no. He must be wanting something from me. And so when you are being given a free lunch, Simply be in gratitude. Be in gratitude that, wow, this universe here has sent me a free lunch. If you are feeling guilty that you've had 5 free lunches and not being able to offer anything back, then over here, what is the work that you have to do? Not to stop those lunches, no, but actually to release the guilt. And that's all there is. When we are aware, we will release the guilt. When we are unaware, we'll stop the lunches. No, I can't go out with you anymore. No, this time let me pay for you. And then you don't have money to pay. So you simply stop going out for lunches. What's happening? Two people are now missing out on those beautiful lunches. So here it is, when you are looking at something with mistrust, what is it that this person wants from me? And the universe is sending you something as a gift. Simply learn how to accept without looking the gift horse in the mouth. Don't look the gift horse in the mouth. Learn how to receive, learn how to accept, learn how to be grateful. The early bird catches the worm. Oh, this is too funny. Yeah, because who wants the worm? I want the cake. I'm not really looking for the worm. So let there be early birds and let there be late birds. These, so many of the programs that we have related to time. Now we are too late. Now we won't receive. Now we are too late and now we won't receive. Now somebody else has received it and now we won't get. And therein again separation. We are again working from separation and then looking into all of these places where we have not received. The universe doesn't play in time. The universe doesn't play in place. So no place and time. So each time something makes you think that, "Oh, I have to be there. I have to do this early. Otherwise, I will miss out." This is called the fear of missing out. FOMO. FOMO. Fear of missing out just because you were not there on time. And so, as you look at this program and then break it, that no, the universe will give to me whether I'm late or I'm early. The universe is giving to me at all times. I'm taken care of. So, breaking this silly little program that you have to be early, that you have to rush to the race, because when you are rushing in the race, you are a part of the race. And now simply step out of the race and be an observer. And as you're an observer, while you're just sitting over there, the universe will provide you with popcorn and with Coke, and you can enjoy the race. You can start watching the race in the comfort of your own home. Something one more on time: early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. So totally not playing with me. It was so funny because even in Hindi, we have these sayings, Brahma Muhurat mein you have to get up and do things. And I could be out partying till 4 a.m. in the morning. But you ask me to get up at 4 a.m. and meri to jaan nikalti hai. I'm like so totally not the early bird anywhere. I'm so totally not healthy, not wise, not wealthy, or so the world would like me to believe. But guess what? I'm receiving everything in the perfect time, at the perfect place, and without having to get up early. You yourself don't have to get up early, because the minute that you stop telling your kids, and here again people are like, really? But I mean, how can I stop telling this to my kids? My kids need to be on time. My kids need to understand the value of time. I have received everything by being this person. Well, that's your frequency. If you are thinking that your kids will not receive something, then that's your fear, that your kids will not receive just because they won't value time. They will receive all the experiences that they have come for. You can't take it away from them. What can you do while the kids are receiving their experiences? The only thing that you can do is to be at peace with their experiences. So bring yourself to peace, bring yourself to masti. The kids are going to receive whatever their energy is. They've come with a purpose. You don't know that purpose. You barely know your own purpose. Your own purpose is to create masti. This is what we can say after having gone through all the struggles and now coming to this path of energy and understanding what is our real purpose. Our real purpose to be in the moment every now. In every now, to be in this moment is the only purpose that we have. through every experience that we are receiving, whether this kinds or that kinds. When we receive an experience, we are already fulfilling the purpose of the universe. The universe wants us to experience sadness, and so we experience sadness. And when we recognize energy, the universe wishes for us to experience sadness. We experience sadness for a minute, and then we shift. We put all our awareness, all our focus onto the opposite, and therein begins the shifting process. If the shift takes a few minutes, a few days, a few months, it's okay. Keep watching. Even in that, there is something, another layer that is being unearthed. Don't be in a rush to complete every experience. Sit and observe that experience that's happening, and then you know that you have the power within you and you can start changing anytime. It will shift. Save for a rainy day. Or have stories and stories about this saving for a rainy day. And then a fool and his money are soon parted. Totally. I'm the fool. Me and my money are constantly parted. And I love being this fool because now wisdom is no longer for me. The fool and his money are soon parted. What happens to the money? It goes to somebody else. But then when you are in energy space, you recognize that there is nobody else. You are in oneness with that other person as well. And so, so much joy when you part with your money. So much joy because now you, one Shiva, is simply participating in a play and giving it to another Shiva. All of them are you only. Where is the separation? And so, so much fun when the fool is parting with their money. As a matter of fact, this reminds me, it was so cute when I received in guidance that I have to give away the house to Mitali on her birthday, and I have to give away my house. And then I received that guidance. I had to go and do work on myself because I had a whole lot of judgments that I had to release. I had a whole lot of fears. What will Sudhanshu say and what will he judge? And those I had to release. And once I had done with that, and once we had done releasing that, for the next 4 days, as we were preparing for this party to give away this house, the only thing that we did was, we had so much fun just thinking of where to hide the keys of the house. Where do you hide the keys? How do you break this to Mitali? How do you do this? And making cards, actually sitting and painting hand painted cards to give to her. And that's how the next 4 days went. And in so much joy, not even once thinking that, oh, we are giving away something which has so much value. No, no, the whole joy was in actually parting with the money, and so much joy was received during those 4 days as we prepared for this moment that we would give away something. There was so much. There was, people were painting cards and people were, constantly, this plan, shall we hide this here? Shall we hide this there? And then, of course, in my sleep, I got this most beautiful plan to hide that key of the house in the cake itself. And then we wouldn't know how to get the bloody key outside. And so on the top of the cake, to make a little flower that we told the person, we gave the person the key and said, wherever you put in the key inside, on the top of that, make the flower. And then when it was time for Mitali to cut her cake, and then we put that in front of her with the flower right in front of her. And we were waiting with so much joy in our hearts that now somebody is going to receive. So when the fool parts with their money, there is so much party and there is so much fun. There is so much masti. And so all of you be that fool. So, so this is when she and Paranja, they shifted their energies, the universe brought to them this way of abundance. And they came to me. I was telling Paranja one day, I said, you shifted your bloody energy so much. Mujhse mera hi ghar le gaye. You took my house away from me. And then we were just laughing over it. And so much fun happens because I recognize that, what is the name on the house got to do with where you are in life? Absolutely nothing. I know of so many people who have a dozen houses and all of them under some sort of litigation or the other. And what is the house name on that paper creating for them? So much of stress, just as Aparna wants to know what is it that investment is all about, because that word creates so much of stress. And so understanding what is an investment, a saving, is all your fear to say, okay, tomorrow I will not be taken care of. So something just recently played out in my house. And this is what, I told my husband the same thing about investment. Sudhanshu does a lot of deep analytical thinking before creating investments. Where should we put our money in and where should we not put our money in? And he spends a lot of time in that. So one day he was trying to involve me, please don't, sometimes we have to remember that I was the investment banker. So he actually thinks that I know so much more about investments and how they need to be done. And I actually nowadays have zero interest in any kind of investment. So when he was telling me that, should we invest here or there, I simply had this one line on my, that line came up, and I said that line to him. And then I moved out of the room. I said, you can make your investments wherever you want. Every place that you make your investment, whether the money goes down or the money goes up, we are taken care of. Simply that. Understanding that we are taken care of. Knowing, having that faith, and knowing, living that faith that we are taken care of. And being taken care of doesn't have anything to do with money. It has to do with your trust frequency. And that is why when you think to yourself, I have to provide, better safe than sorry. Sorry about what? About a mishap, about something bad happening to you, when you will look back and say, oh, thank God, I did this. And so therefore I am safe. So when you are creating this safety cocoon for yourself, what is the what is the other thing that you are creating? You are creating that mishap. You are creating that place where this safety cocoon is going to be used. And so I tell people, we have to save for a rainy day. Not only are you saving for the rainy day, you are also creating the rain. You are creating that rain so that you can look back and the universe is going to say, oh, okay, you would like some rain so that you can use up this amount. All right, then, let me create some rain. And then you will feel happy that, okay, good, thank God I saved for this day. And now it's the rainy day. And so when I look at everything, it's so beautiful, this understanding that when we are looking into the future and constantly trying to protect ourselves from the future, we are actually creating that scenario itself. So many people sitting in lack are right now hoarding oxygen. We might need this, we will fall short. And so they're actually creating this place where they are going to, go through a need for oxygen, either for themselves or for somebody else around them. But they are creating this lack, they are creating this need itself. And for me, I understand if I need the oxygen, it will come to me. When I need the oxygen, it will come to me, else there will be no need for that extra oxygen itself. If the universe brings me to a place where I need extra oxygen and I don't have it, if the universe brings me to the place, then I know what the work on me is. The work on me is to release the need and to also release the attachment to oxygen itself. So I will be doing that work if the universe brings me to that place. I will not be looking around for oxygen. I will actually be looking within to see what is this need and this shortage, this so-termed shortage of oxygen creating in me. What is it creating? I'm attached to my body, then I simply need to release this attachment to the body. If I'm feeling shortage, I need to move my frequency from lack to abundance. The work is not in running around, the work is simply to go running within. And so I will do that. How to be in masti when someone has a big chunk of your life's investment and is sitting in jail? Well, guess what? That's what the experience was meant to be for you. They are sitting in jail and they have a big part of your investments. Your, well, let me break this news to you. They weren't yours to begin with. They were given to you so that you could actually be, experiencing what happens when they are taken away from you, and how much lack will you sit in. That whole experience is created so that you can sit in the experience of lack. Have they created lack in you? Are you done experiencing that lack? If you are done experiencing that lack, if you are done understanding, so how beautiful is this? That I was just talking about a story when in guidance, I was told to give away this house. That was all our, literally, our entire savings was this 7 crores. The house was some 7 crores, and this was our entire saving. So just like your life savings or whatever were given away, my life savings were given away. But because I understood and I came from a place of abundance, the giving away held so much of joy, so much of masti, because you were sitting in this experience of lack and you had to experience more lack when the same amount. I would think that, okay, maybe it was not 7 crores, maybe it was 70 crores. So what? But the same kinds of, giving away to you felt like it was snatched. To me, I felt like I was enjoying this process. To you, it feels like it was taken away from you. It was snatched away from you. So much injustice. What belonged to you is not yours. I sit in a place that nothing belongs to me, but I will receive whatever is needed by me. I don't need to hoard it. And so here's the difference. One is the frequency of lack, and the other, the frequency of abundance. When somebody, even today, takes away something from me, I simply go within and look, what am I experiencing? It doesn't even need to be something large for the lack to kick in. It's so beautiful. I sit in the frequency of abundance at most times, and yet this is body. And so the body sometimes plays in lack. And so I will, somebody will take something from me in the house. There is some cash lying in the house, and somebody will simply take it away from me. And as they take it away from me, and I find out, and sometimes when I don't find out, I'm told in guidance, Acha, so much of, this of yours has gone missing. And so when I start to look for it, and then I'm told, no, no, it's gone missing. And then I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to do? And they say, well, bless that which has gone missing, because it just simply gone to its new house. It was not yours anymore. You enjoyed it for that much time, and now it belongs to somebody else. So bless that, so that, even those people who are sitting in so much lack, why did somebody come in front of you who would take that and then go to jail? Why would that person appear in front of you? Why would you have that actor in your story? Very simple, because that energy resonated with yours. They were in lack and you were in lack, and their lack is still playing out, and you have found a different way. You are now tuning into abundance. You are now learning how to look at lack and how to be able to release it. So your Shiva right now has started to play a different story for you. Enjoy and bless that. Bless that money and bless that actor for taking away from you whatever we created. And I talk about this all the time. When we create in lack, it will only simply, we might hoard, crores and crores of rupees. But if we've created those crores of rupees in lack, then lack will continue to play out in some part of life or another. And so, what is it that we need to do? It's not about hoarding. It's simply understanding, why are you wishing to hoard? Why? And the answer to that why answer is very simple. It's, I'm sitting in the frequency of lack. That's it. When you ask, how am I feeling? What am I feeling as I hoard? I'm feeling fear that I will not have enough. That frequency is the frequency of lack. I have to take care of myself. No one else will. If you understand this frequency, if you sit in this frequency, if you continue to be here, that is exactly how it will play out. Because the universe simply, as I read out in that piece, just as we started, the universe is always going to say Amen to you, to whatever your frequency is. The universe will simply reflect that back at you. And so now, as you change your energy, something new, something different will happen. I am taken care of. And then, in the smallest aspects of your life, you don't have to take it. Yes, you created a whole ball of investments and you thought that was your safety net. For that was the word I was looking for, the cocoon, the safety net when you grow old. And so when I grow old, and let us say I'm going to need some money because I might have some disease and I might need some money for my treatment, for my family, then I'm not going to have the money. Let me create it for myself. And the more you are sitting in that lack, that I'm not trusting the universe, it's not just lack, it's also a lot of mistrust. The universe is not there. The universe is not there on your side. The universe is going to play against you. The universe will not care for you. It is not a caring universe that you believe in, but a rather uncaring one. And so, wherever you put your thought, that is what will happen. Wherever your frequency was all of this while, this has shown out. And now, as we move forward, now that you are aware, now that you've heard that piece from me, now that you've heard this, all of these understandings, I know that you are going to be playing a little bit more in trusting the universe. And as you trust the universe, more will be shown to you. Sometimes it will also be shown to you what you're still hoarding. You're still hoarding mistrust. Then, when you put your trust on somebody, they will run away with all your money again. And then you'll be like, shit, I shouldn't have listened to Meenal at all. Now, what are you doing? You are mistrusting Meenal also. And so, again, the work over there is to not look outside at the event, but from that outside event, what am I feeling? Now I'm feeling that Meenal gave me wrong advice. The universe is not on my side. I should have never trusted Meenal. Well, what you are feeling is mistrust. Mistrust doesn't serve us, and so let go. Instead, pick up faith. Faith serves us a lot. No pain, no gain. Ah, beautiful stories of struggle. No pain, no gain. And now, knowing that there is no reason for us to be so much, we actually glorify our struggles so much. And now, knowing that as we glorify, we are putting our focus on those parts of our life where we had to go through so much struggle. And then we became victorious. We were able to fight this and we were able to fight that. And then we became victorious. So glorious and so, so appealing to us, these stories of our struggle. And then what is it that we are doing? I was one day told, let go of all of these ideas that through your struggles, because I had a lot of struggles in my life, except that I didn't know that I could choose ease and grace. Every time a struggle would come in front of me, I would also be victorious. I would be. I was shown through fearlessness how to go through, how to go through any experience. And so through that fearlessness, I was able to be victorious. But then one day, finally, money came begging to me, saying, "Can you please stop glorifying your struggles? Can you please stop, thinking that you have to every fight that you have been victorious?" Because each time you think that, now not only do we have to make you victorious, but we also have to keep creating fights for you that you can go around and win those battles. So please stop creating battles. Don't create battles. Just simply believe in ease and grace. And such a beautiful lesson that I learned that day, that we don't have to always talk about, we don't have to put our focus on how our struggles are right now making us a better person. You are already Shiva. It talks about this, struggle makes strength. No, you are Shiva. You don't need strength. You have all the strength. And now go with ease and grace. So I believe in ease and grace. I trust the universe. And with the trust comes this ease and grace. Hopefully you will remember these new sayings rather than remembering the old ones the next time this happens. And then I was talking about how in English, you have so many different opposing sayings. So basically it was like whatever is the moment, whatever suits us, we are going to go with that only. One I read is fortune favors the brave. And so that also said, when the tough get going, no, when the going gets tough, the tough get going, and fortune favors the brave. And then usi ke niche came this other saying, discretion is the better part of valor. So basically, know when to run away. And so I just was like, ye theek hai. How does this even work? Whatever. And then again, I understand that it is true that whatever is being received by you, somebody will say this and somebody will say that. But what will resonate with you? What will resonate with you is whatever is going to bring you the experience that you are seeking. After all, everything is about your energy. And I take this example several times over, that in my household, when we were growing up, there was no money. And even as there was no money, and this father of mine, the money fellow that we talk about, this father of mine would constantly keep harping on us this one program, that money doesn't grow on trees. And when I started to earn, when I started to make money, I actually found it, the most simplest thing to do, that you go to office, you do some work, you do whatever is being asked from you and everything, and then every 30 days you receive a salary. And so money is really easy to make. And then you would say, yeah, but that's for salaried people. Well, if I have a program of abundance, it's going to show up in that way only. No, that there is nothing to look into abundance when it comes to money. Again, over the years, when I made so many crores and never saved anything at all. And yet, what is it that I'm experiencing right now? I'm experiencing complete abundance. As a matter of fact, through my hard work, I made so much money. Through my hard work, all the money that I made, I used to give away. I gave away almost everything. If I didn't give away everything in the early years, especially when all of my savings and investments and PF and all of that came, when I was, when I took on this path, I was told, keep giving away, till I came to, personally, whatever money I had saved came to zero. And then what happens? I keep receiving from somewhere or another. And if I'm not receiving, then Sudhanshu will categorically come and give me something, because this is how the universe is giving to me. Since I started to give more, Sudhanshu is getting all untimely promotions. I mean, completely untimely. And I laugh because I understand that just because I am no longer in a job where I can receive, it doesn't mean that the universe will stop giving. The universe will keep showing me ways of how to give, how to receive. But then I found these opposing things, because when we talk about love, and then there is this saying which says, absence makes the heart grow fonder. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. And so many times I've believed in that. And then of course there is this other opposite saying, out of sight, out of mind. So so believe in whatever you want to believe in. This is just a lot of fun, actually, just showing you that when it comes to wisdom, wisdom sits both ways. Wisdom sits in every which way. And whatever you wish to believe in, make sure that that program serves you. There were really, really some very, very beautiful proverbs as well, which I came through. Of course, I don't have them here, because that is, that's something that we already understand. But one of the most beautiful ones that stuck to me was, all beautiful things in life are free. And I was like, yeah, isn't that just so true? All the most beautiful things in life are totally free. My joy is for free. My happiness is for free. Your smiles are for free. Everything is for free. Now we come to that one part of judging our own selves, which is where a lot of proverbs and idioms are always pointing towards, and where we judge ourselves as being slow, or as being fast, and as being, as being the doer. And so one of those beautiful stories, yes, all beautiful things have to come to an end. I actually have this. I have this written over here. All beautiful things have to come to an end. But why is it that all beautiful things, when they come to an end, there will not be a start of another beautiful thing? There will always be beautiful things. And so, again, where is it that you put your focus in? Are you going to sit and lag that, oh my God, this was so beautiful and it has ended now? As we have so many of these deaths happening around, a lot of people are sitting in, oh my God, I had such a beautiful family, and now no more. And now the family, this beautiful family, has come to an end. And then I only understand one thing: our journey is here for us to not look outside, but us to look within. And this end outside might be the starting of a beautiful thing that you are going to be taken in. And that is the next journey of going within. And so something somewhere has to trigger you to get onto that journey, to get onto that bus. And so, even as people are leaving, simply understanding that nothing comes to an end. And as we understand energies, we are talking to money who came to an end 20 years ago. What else can we say? This experience of money that is so expanded, so vast, so much more loving, and so less judging. Ask me about it. He was totally judging when he was in a life form, and I had to bear the brunt of it. But so much more, beautiful. And this is our experience, the expanded experience. And so that end that happened led to this beautiful place. So all beautiful things don't come to an end, they simply give birth to another beautiful thing. That's my saying. It serves me a lot more than saying all beautiful things come to an end. Good things come to those who wait. So totally, you know time bound. We have to wait is all time related? No. Good things come to us at all times. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. The most useless, this thing about preparing for a bad tomorrow, for a sad future. And if any of those proverbs pointed us over there, they're like the worst things that you can ever believe in. So if you believe in a bad future, please release that belief today. All of those future beliefs of a bad future don't serve us. So, why don't we sit and break those programs with this one line: I am taken care of. The universe is playing in my favor at all times. I am taken care of. If you think that it's not breaking, well, I have one more suggestion for you. Sit with this mantra. Sit with this mantra day in and day out. If you have to speak a mantra, this is the one. The universe is playing in my favor. I am taken care of. Bring yourself to that level of faith. It's time to let go of the doubt. People say, don't blow your own trumpet. Uh, Familiarity breeds contempt. So when you talk about, how you have to be always, even in Hindi, there are so many proverbs which talk about, if you have so much pride, then you will be shown, well, you will be shown the other side, then you will have to go through shame as well. And so constantly people are making this, don't blow your own trumpet. But why not? If I don't blow it, who will? It's my trumpet. Who's going to blow it? If the trumpet is sitting with me and I like listening to trumpets, then this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to blow my own trumpet. And then again, if there is judgment that no, we are being selfish, and if you're feeling guilty about blowing your own trumpet and saying, no, this is a very selfish move, then look within for your guilt and release that guilt. We are here in the body to enjoy. And if something gives you enjoyment, keeping your head bowed down, I'm sure that doesn't give much enjoyment. If blowing your trumpet gives you enjoyment, blow it, but also understand over there, if you are getting too attached to only your trumpet, then when somebody else blows their trumpet and it's louder, you can appreciate that only in oneness. You can't appreciate that when you are coming from separation. When you think of that trumpet as being louder than yours, and then you are judging that trumpet, then bring yourself to oneness. I am this person, and I allow myself to enjoy that experience as well. And you will find that all the trumpets around you belong to you only. When you blow your trumpet, your miracles, other people's miracles, all of them are your own story, and they will all bring you so much masti. When we sit in separation, when we sit in separation, then we are going to experience jealousy, then we are going to experience frustration, anger, and there is separation between you and me. That is not the path forward. Those programs don't serve us. The path to enjoying yourself more is to be in love. And so you give more love to yourself, and more love will automatically flow out to all other trumpets as well. Don't judge a book by its cover. Yeah, I've taken that a further step. Don't judge a book at all. Just don't judge it only. Everybody is writing their own book. You just simply look at your book and you let everybody else's book be there. Still waters run deep. Again, talking about the same thing, that if you are still waters, if you have so much wisdom, then you will constantly, you will be still. You will not be, you will not be outwardly spoken. Well, I think I break that adage, because I think I am still water. I hardly run deep. I'm constantly out here. I'm doing gappe. I'm doing everything that there needs to be. And I'm hardly ever still. Anytime that you think that Meenal is now going to keep quiet for about 5 minutes, you can bet on it. I'll try very hard. Doesn't happen. So still waters run deep, but every water, every kind of water runs deep only. You don't have to be in a certain way. Just simply look within to see what is it that you enjoy. If you're enjoying being still in the moment, then just be there. If you're enjoying being out, if you're enjoying being out with friends, enjoy, and simply don't judge yourself on every small thing. I've learned that, in this body, when people ask me, how is it that you're still drinking alcohol? And how is it that, you're doing all of this spiritual work and then you still are drinking alcohol? And I said, no, I'm energy. And so that doesn't change whether I drink alcohol or I don't drink alcohol. I continue to stay energy. What is the only thing that happens when I drink? I enjoy myself. What energy am I creating? I'm creating energies of enjoyment. And so that's okay. The minute I start to create energies of fear, oh, I'm drinking so much, this will not be good for my liver. Now that's another energy. And so I got to release that fear. If I start to now think in, if I sit in guilt, or if I sit in shame that, oh, I can't stop myself for drinking, and this has become an addiction. And now what does addiction also, bring to you? It brings you many different fears. And so I always tell people when they come to me saying, we need to release the addiction, and I say, nope. Firstly, you need to release this fear of addiction, and then if it so happens, the addiction will be released. And otherwise the addiction is simply there to fulfill another role in your life. And so simply keep looking where you are sitting in lack, and that's where your addiction is. It's fulfilling some lack for you. And when that lack is no longer there, when you move to the energy of abundance in awareness, that addiction will simply drop. So, enjoying every experience is what I have understood the energy to be. And since all of you are also here, and many of you are, you've lived a lifetime following several rules. I do appreciate that so many of you who resonate with me. It's so beautiful to see that so many of you Jain, people who are following Jainism, and Jainism is a very strict, rule bound religion, and yet you're all here from so many different ages, and you are sitting over here and you are listening to this. I understand that your energy is seeking these answers. You in your body might be doing anything. I don't even tell you to break those rules, but simply look within to see what happens. What is it that you think when you're not going to follow those rules? what is it that is going to happen if you break a rule. And if you are feeling the fear, or if you are feeling guilty, then you are judging yourself. Simply release that judgment. And then there is nothing else. In the body, you can continue with that rule, because now the rule has lost its power. When you've considered what if this and what if that, and you are in equanimity with both sides, following the rule, not following the rule. When you're in equanimity with both sides, then the rule, the ruling, the religion loses that hold, because now you found your own guidance within. Now you're sitting in equanimity. All that glitters is not gold. Yeah, because it doesn't need to be. Why does everything need to be gold? Gold is so pointless and so useless. Doesn't need to be gold. So all that glitters is not gold, and that's perfect too. A leopard can't change his spots. That was one. A leopard can't change his spots. And then yet, the next one right next to it was, it's never too late to mend. So there you go. It's never too late to mend. It's never too late to change your energy. And that's why you are here. All in perfection at the perfect time. Your energy is here to change. We are creating our new understanding, because the old understandings are no longer meant for us. Those experiences of lack, those experiences of separation are no longer meant for us. We are going to play from abundance. Okay, now everybody, just a deep breath in and relax. And as you take the next deep breath in, today, putting all your thoughts to the side, to be completely blank. You are blank, completely blank in the now, letting go of all thoughts in this very next breath, and experiencing the shunya. Zero thought, zero emotion, simply the shunya. Take a few breaths and experience. Zero thought. If a thought comes flying, simply move back to blankness. The sound of my voice is helping you go deeper and deeper within yourself, deeper and deeper, feeling more blank, even more blank, as you hear the sound of my voice. All the surrounding sounds that you are having, all of them simply helping you go deeper and deeper into Shunya, experiencing nothing else but this meditative state. Blankness, the final answer. Shunya, the place of enlightenment. Yes, this is what enlightenment looks like. Nirvana, moksha. This is what moksha looks like, the state of emptiness. Take deep breaths and go deeper within. Touch that source. Touch that source within. That source of complete peace, calm. There is nowhere to go, nothing to do. You are that. You are that. Complete blankness within you, around you. I am that. This is the experience. Sit in this experience for as long as you wish. This is yours. This is your true self, this blank, zero state of being. Whenever you wish to touch the source, to come to complete peace, remember, I am that. You will experience blankness, and that is your gift today. Om. Okay, everyone. Lots and lots of love. Sit in this beautiful space, enjoy, and hopefully, I will see you next week.